is Mr. Evans' very quick introduction to the Human Resource Unit. So this is the first video in a series on the Human Resource Unit, the AQA Business Specification, Unit 3.6. As usual, AQA gives some guidance as to what you should be considering as you move through and study this section. So they're very similar for each of the units. So as you're thinking about human resources and human resource management, which I'll define in a minute, you need to be thinking about how changing technology is affecting decision making and activities in relation to human resources. So you could think about the fact that people are far more able to work from home now. My brother works from home 1 day a week, and that cuts down his commute and makes him far more productive, and he's able to do that because of developments in technology using the internet. Ethical and environmental influences on human resource decisions. This ethical and environmental influences kind of run throughout the course, so you need to be very aware of those and how they can affect organisational decisions. Market conditions, which means things like how the economy is performing, including the labour market, particularly important for this unit because we're considering the demand for labour from businesses and the supply of labour, i.e. people putting themselves forward for work. Just skipping a bullet point, we'll go on to this final one, the interrelationship between human resource decisions and other functions. So I often talk about this at the start of these units. We're on 3.6 people, but the decisions that are made in finance will have a huge impact on what goes on in the people unit. So, for example, if in finance we're looking at cost minimisation, cutting budget, well, what impact will that have on the recruitment and training that a firm is able to undertake? And all of these units, a decision made in marketing can have a huge effect on people. A decision made to move from labour to capital-intensive production is going to have a huge effect on the people in the organisation. So remember that these units, although they are separate, decisions made within each functional area will have a big impact on the other functional areas. So just to get a definition of what human resources is and what you're going to be looking at in this unit, human resources is often the name given to the department in charge of managing an organisation's labour. But we could also say that human resources include anyone who's employed by an organisation to assist that organisation in achieving their corporate objectives. In fact, we could even take the definition wider than employed directly by an organisation. We often have subcontractors and people who work for other organisations who are drafted in. So human resource management is a really complex business, but essentially it's the management of labour within an organisation. So I've got a definition here of human resource management: the process of organising the labour employed within an organisation, from recruitment and training to motivation and performance management. As I said, maybe even that employed bit isn't quite right because of the impact of people who don't work for the organisation, like subcontractors, who help the organisation achieve their corporate objectives. But essentially, human resource management is about managing labour that the organisation uses to help achieve their corporate objectives.